Another guy who's going to retire briefly in 1988 before making his return at the end of the year is Big John Studd. He'll be coming back into the company as a babyface, and he's going to get a nice push right out of the gate. And talking with Jake and Hacksaw about John, I heard varying accounts on how they viewed him as a performer and as a guy. What were your experiences like with John?
I didn't have too many, but I wasn't that impressed. Okay.
Mm.
So
So, we're talking about a dude who's whatever, 6'10", 7 foot tall, somewhere in that neighborhood.
yeah, I mean, he's impressive to look at, but
Right.
his work didn't impress me that much.
No, it's, you've got Andre, and then you've got pretty much every other 7-foot giant out there. Like, Andre's in a league of his own. So, like, comparing the two is, it's not easy.
Just curious, what did Jake say?
So Jake was like, he seemed like a nice enough guy and everything, but he was like, essentially, he was like, the guy was dim-witted. It was pretty much how he put it. He was like, I think Jake actually said he was not the sharpest knife in the drawer. He was a little bit closer to being like a butter knife.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well said. I mean, that's basically, like I said, big guy, very impressive to look at, but his work, no, he
left a little bit lacking. Apparently, it was so Bruce Pritchard tells the story that Big John came in and said, like, hey, Bruce, I'm ready to come back to work and, I can deadlift whatever. It was some crazy amount, like 1,200 pounds or something. He's like, I can deadlift all this weight. He's like, I'm in the best shape of my life. So Bruce gets him to the gym. And he's like, all right, we're going to film a vignette of you deadlifting. And here he couldn't do it. And so Bruce had to put some gimmicked plates on the thing to get the vignette.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So yeah, apparently he told a big whopping lie to come back into the territory here. But still, he's coming in and he's getting a big push, and he's about to win this Royal Rumble, which is, back then it wasn't quite what it is now, where you get the title shot and it's this huge thing. But it is still like they're really highlighting this guy coming back in the door.
Yeah.
So both Jake and Jim pointed out about John that Andre did not like him at all. And after the Rumble, the two of them are going to be working together. What do you remember about Andre disliking Big John Studd?
Yep. Yeah. No, he didn't like him at all. And again, obviously, here's a guy who is not that good, and is big. And when you're Andre the Giant, it's kind of like, it's Andre's like, there's only one giant, and it ain't you. It ain't you, John Studd. So and again, okay, not too many people, a lot of people had the same, thought about John Studd as Jake, me, probably. I don't know if you asked Hacksaw, but it's just, he's wasn't a bad guy, big strong guy, but he wasn't this, and again, obviously, willing to lie to get back in, get back. Oh, all of a sudden you can't. What happened? Did you not eat your Wheaties this morning? You didn't eat your spinach, so you could pull a Popeye routine and lift all that weight.
Yeah, it got to be a little bit embarrassing to have like a vignette centered around it. And
oh yeah,
what you said,
and then you can't do it. Yeah,
well, that would be terrible.
But to me, there were a lot of big guys, and there were a lot of big guys that there were some that were decent workers. To me, nobody topped Andre. Andre mastered the skill of being able to get in the ring with somebody that's half his size and find a way to make the people believe that he just might lose. That's hard to do. So, but Andre could do it. I mean, how many people that got in the ring with Andre were as big as Andre? Nobody.
Yeah, probably nobody ever.
Yeah. So,
man, It's yeah, and by the way, like, Jim did have nice things to say about Big John Studd, in that, like, he was a nice guy, he was really soft spoken, he was a gentleman. He was like, so I had no issues with John. But that being said, like, objectively, a guy like you or Jake, who's like second generation wrestler, you view wrestling very differently from anybody else. Where, yep, it's sports entertainment, but also it's like it's a trade, right? It's a
Yeah,
trade that's been passed down to you from your fathers and something
right,
that you
right.
learned and put your heart and soul into. And you see a guy like this come in and you're like, this guy's getting a big push because what? Because he's huge? Like, he can't work like I can, So it's got to be a weird, warring
Well,
perspective.
and again, I didn't, it's like I didn't have anything against him. Yeah, it wasn't that, but it's just, he was yeah, he was very big and impressive, but that's about where it ended.
Hmm.
Like to your point, it couldn't work.
Right. Right.
He had, whoever's in the ring with it has to lead him. Andre could get in the match and tell whoever he's working with what to do and how to do it. Here's what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Andre had that ability. John Studd did not.